Hello, good morning. I hope that you're all well and that you've had a good week. I'm a little bit late today filming this video. I had a lie-in. I enjoyed reading the Sunday papers with a mug of coffee. It was a lovely treat. This week, oh my God, the amount of rain we've had. I am fed up of having to dry off the dogs and wet walking gear and wet golfing gear as well, and it's been quite difficult because my Arga still isn't working. The Arga is turning into a saga. For those of you who don't know, an Arga is a cooking stove, and it also heats homes and provides hot water. Our Arga is the heart of our home. It's constantly on, and the warmth it generates puts the soul into our home. And about 2 weeks ago now, it went out, and the engineers have not been able to start it because we've got a problem with the oil supply. Anyway, it turns out after having part of a staircase removed and part of a larder removed, they can't access the fire safety valve, which is what they think is blocked, that's stopping the oil come through. So we are having to wait until the beginning of January for somebody to come out about converting our Arga to electric rather than oil. If we proceed with exposing the pipes, the oil pipes, it means we've got to actually take out a staircase, and we've got to lift a limestone floor, so it's a nightmare. And drying things without the Arga is turning out to be a nightmare as well. There we are. You come to see me. I'm being very careful about what I talk about in front of the dogs. I have been reading Lessons in Chemistry, and oh my God, what a wonderful story it is. I finished the book and I can highly recommend it, and I cannot wait for the author to write another book. In the book, there's a dog called 630, and his owner, Elizabeth Swartz, she teaches the dog a lot of words. The dog has an extensive vocabulary, and it sort of made me think, well, you know, my dogs know food, they know walkies, they know all sorts of words, and it occurred to me maybe they know more words than we give them credit for. So we're being careful what we say to them, but we're actually also talking to them a lot more. So, you know, we're just wondering how many words these dogs can learn. Boxers are very clever dogs. Okay, so what else have I been doing this week? Well, I finished my little red sampler. You're going to have to move now. And I have started another sampler, and here it is. There we go. I've been working on the inner border. This is an inner border for this sampler. It's not a reproduction. It's one that I've been playing with, oh gosh, since 2020 maybe. I'm sure it was pre-COVID. So anyway, I've decided now it's time I actually stop playing with the design and starting to stitch it. I'm very pleased with how these colours are working, although I believe I'm going to introduce a few more colours in this border. We'll see as it grows. I was very pleased that my border worked out correctly. There's something that has to go in here, but I have checked by laying a thread across to make sure that the position is right, and it is. So that's very pleasing. I am working on putting the leaves in. I started with adding these flowers because I wanted to see how they were sitting, but now I want to get all the leaves in just to be able to visualize the finish of this sampler. It's so lovely when you're working on your own design and you're not tied with faithfully reproducing something that somebody else has done. My passion and my heart will always lie with reproduction samplers, but just now and again it's nice to have the freedom to be express your own creativity. And talking about your own creativity, if you are attending the Great British Sampler Weekend comes to America in 2024 and you haven't already joined the special Facebook group, you should do so. There are 2 projects, free projects. These are bonuses. They're not strictly part of the event. These are projects that I've gifted to attendees. And these 2 projects, they have a twist. You have to put in your own creativity to these 2 samplers. Now, if you are attending, you won't be able to find the Facebook group because it's a secret group on Facebook. But if you email me at handsacrosstheseasamplers@gmail.com, I will send you a link so that you can join the Facebook group. These projects aren't available outside of the Facebook group. They're there in the Facebook group, and they are there to encourage interaction between the attendees. We all learn so much from each other, and getting together and brainstorming on these 2 samplers, it enables us to grow, it enables us to develop friendships. So, you know, it is worth coming along to that Facebook group if you are attending the event. Going back to this sampler, I'm stitching it with Overa Soie's Soie 103, and I'm really enjoying that palette of colours that Overa Soie offer. And the linen I'm using is Seraphim linen, Dusty Road, and I'm stitching this on 56 count, and I'm very, very pleased with the weave of this linen. It's the holes in the linen are visible. It's an easy linen to stitch on. Very, very pleased. And I love the gentle mottling on this fabric. I really do like having mottling because it adds soul and depth to a sampler. And this is a really nice level of mottling. Pretty colour. I'm looking forward to working on this this afternoon. After I finish this video and get it uploaded, I'm going to take the boys out early, and then I'm looking forward to settling down sort of mid to late afternoon and stitching through to the evening. It's going to be a nice treat for the day. So then I want to mention, a few weeks ago I showed this book, Objets de Folie, or Folly, and it's a book that's been put together by Oliver Miller, and it records his mother's work, Susie Miller. And Susie is the most amazing textile artist, needleworker. The book is full of her work, just absolutely amazing, and I'm very, very honoured that Susie stitched one of our samplers, Sarah Dawes, and that it is featured in the book. Now, since I showed this book, I have had so many emails asking me how you can get a copy. Susie and Oliver are based in Australia, and the Cruel Goblin has copies of the book. But if you live in the States, Jean Lee from the Attic Needleworks now has this book in stock, and that makes it so much easier for people in America to source this book. So if you would like a copy, Jean Lee at the Attic Needleworks has copies. A good book to add to your needlework library. I had an email in the week, and the needleworker says that she usually sews with DMC, but she will be sewing with silk threads for the first time, and she's very worried about them being ruined by catching on the rough skin on her fingers. Is there a hand cream that you would recommend that won't leave an oily residue on my hands and ruin the linen and threads? Now, many, many years ago, Carmen Sutton shared a tip with me about moisturising your hands, and it's one that works and I've stuck with for many years, probably over 10 years, and that is you put a tablespoon of granulated sugar. Now, I'm not sure if granulated sugar is called that in other countries, but basically it's the sugar that you put in your coffee and your tea. It's not fine sugar, it's granulated, it's grainy. So you put a tablespoon of sugar in the palm of your hand, then you put a little bit of olive oil, and then you start to mix it together, and then you rub it over your hands and doing your fingers, and then you wash your hands. And normally I wash my hands twice with soap and hot water, and that does leave your hands very soft to stitch with. My hands are terrible, they're never in very good condition. I like to keep my nails tidy, but my hands are always going to be rough. I spend so much time out of doors in all sorts of weather and doing housework that my hands are always a mess. And that olive oil and sugar trick really works to take off those rough bits for you to stitch. Okay, what else? Well, I have been so it's made me so happy to see people stitching Martha Walmsley. It's really heartening to see the beauty of this sampler developing on other people's needlework frames. This sampler is exceptionally beautiful, and a lot of people are stitching Martha. A few people have sent me emails showing their progress. This week, 2 people have shown their progress on social media, and these are 2 people that are well worth following. They are amazing stitchers, and on Instagram it's Isabella Stitcher, that's IZABELA sorry, I can't speak today, _Stitcher, and Joe Florence 8, that's JOFLORENCE and the number 8. Those are 2 people that are well worth following on social media. Their needlework is outstanding. The postman was very kind this week. I had 2 gifts come. The first one was this lovely Christmas ornament. It's beautiful, and that's going to hang on my tree. Really gorgeous. And it came with a lovely card, and it says, "Dear Nicola, Merry Christmas to you and Ray. I stitched a little ornament for your Christmas tree. It is a token of my love and affection for you. This is my letter to you in gratitude for your 60th birthday red box, but I'm grateful to you for so very many things: your friendship, your generosity, your floss tubes, your infectious love of stitching and samplers. As I always say, if I was shipped off to Ireland, all I would want with me are hat samplers to stitch. They fill my heart with joy. I'm so lucky to know you and call you my friend. I'm grateful to you for more than you know. You are definitely a bright spot in my life." That is returned. You are a bright spot in my life, and I'm very blessed for your friendship. I had another card to read to you. This is the beautiful Maria Ewing, which is the Queen of the May 2023. Gorgeous sampler, that. So I had a card, but I also had a letter that I could read to you. Dear Nicola, thank you so much for offering the letters from Europe. You put so much thought and love into preparing this magnificent box of special treasures. I am honoured that I was able to purchase one of these special keepsake boxes. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and moved to Pennsylvania later in life with a job change. My plans are to move back to St. Louis in the next few years when retirement is official. I started doing stamped embroidery when I was about 5 to 6 years old. My mum had gone through a divorce and a new marriage and had my older brother and I to care for, and I was not happy with the changes that had taken place in our lives. I saw some stamped embroidery handkerchiefs at my grandma's house and just loved holding them and looking at the stitching. My grandma asked if I wanted to learn how to do the stitching. I jumped at the idea as I loved to buy myself. I jumped at the idea as I loved to buy myself plain. I'm not quite sure if I'm reading that right. So this was going to be another thing I could do by myself in my own little world. As time went on, I started making pillowcases and stitching on anything I could find. My grandma bought me a pot holder loom and the loops, and I made so many pot holders that I was giving them to neighbours. I then moved into crochet and learning how to sew on my mum's Singer treadle sewing machine. I absolutely loved it. By the time I was 13, there were more siblings added to our family, and I was like their second mom. So I started sewing clothes for them and doing embroidery work on my sister's dresses and sunsuits I made her. Around that same time, I was babysitting for a neighbour and saw her I counted cross-stitch projects. Sorry, my dyslexia is not good. I was in awe, and needless to say, I was hooked. She even took me with her to the local stitching shop, and I knew I'd found my passion. Within a few years of working with Ada, I was introduced to linen, and I have never turned back. I found silk threads and overdyed threads, and I knew there was no denying this is going to be a lifelong passion of mine. I'm drawn to gorgeous fibres and fabrics all the time, and I've been known to purchase silks, wools or any type of linen just because I love the colours and the feel of them. I can always find something to make with these treasures. I try not to let too many days go without having some kind of fibres in my hands, as it is so rewarding and therapeutic for me. I fell in love with samplers probably 40 years ago and just love the stories that each one tells. To realise that some of these young girls and boys were 4, 5, 6 years old doing such beautiful work is just amazing. I look forward to your weekly YouTubes and discovering the history that you uncover on these gorgeous samplers. Each one tells a story that draws me in. Thank you for all that you and Hats do to bring these samplers to us. It is greatly appreciated. Your passion for samplers is evident in everything you present to us, and it touches me deeply. I'm very fortunate to have quite a few girlfriends who are just as passionate about their stitching, knitting, crocheting as I am, and we constantly share what we're working on and try to get together as often as possible to sit and stitch and enjoy life. There is a special thread that joins us together and keeps our passions alive each and every day. Thank you again for this lovely gift and all the love you put into it. I hope to be able to meet you in person someday, and thanks for sharing Bertie Boo and Hugo with us each week. That's a beautiful letter, thank you. There's so much in there that we can all relate to. I wish Hugo would come and meet you more on the videos, but Hugo is very camera shy. I've always taken lots of photos of my dogs, but with Hugo, the moment you sort of aim your telephone or your camera towards him, he turns away. There's just something he does not like having his photograph taken. Okay, this box. It's not often I'm lost for words, but this week a box came, and it came with a huge delivery of charts, and it was put in my hall with this great big pile of boxes, and last night I was working on sorting out these boxes, and I found this box that obviously wasn't a box of booklets. So I opened the box, the brown box, and inside was this huge, heavy box, and it says Jenny's Countdown to Christmas Celebration 2023. So I lifted the lid, and there was a card from the wonderful friend, the very generous, kind friend that sent this to me, and it's a Christmas present. And when you open the box, it is packed absolutely full with gifts, and I thought it would be lovely to open it with you. So I think it's the 9th today, isn't it? So is it the 9th? Hey Siri, what's the date?
It's Sunday,
it's
the 10th of December.
Okay, so we've got 10 goodies out of this box to open. This is the card from my friend, and it says, "Dear Nicola, it was so exciting to learn that you are also a quilter. I hope you enjoy this Advent quilting box. I have one also, and I'm waiting to December 1st to start opening mine." Okay, well, I've got a little bit of catching up to do. So the gifts are sort of held together with this banner, and it says Merry Christmas from the Dones, and it says, "Dear quilters, the magic of Christmas is in the air. Don't you feel it? All of this holiday bustle and frosty weather, though magical and cheery, can be overwhelming. We're here to remind you that it's okay to take some time for yourself during the holidays, whether that means spending a few minutes of solitude at your sewing machine or wrapping presents while the family is entertained. You also get to treat yourself with some quilting magic this year. In this exclusive Advent gift box, you will find 25 quilting items handpicked especially for you. Each gift is something helpful and special, just like you. I hope each one makes you smile and brings a little merriment to your sewing room. And of course, don't forget to unwrap them with me each day so we can reveal the magic of Christmas and quilting together. Go to missouriquiltco.com /pages/Jenny's-Christmas-box. Just remember how amazing and truly exceptional you are. We're so lucky to have you as part of our Missouri Star family. We hope you create lots of memories and joy this holiday season. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and your family. Love, Jenny." Now, I have actually watched Jenny for more years than I can remember on YouTube. Jenny has some amazing tutorial videos, and I've actually learned a lot of my quilting skills from watching Jenny. So it's quite amazing that my friend didn't know that, but she has sent me this Advent box from Jenny. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so let's have a look what's in day one. Oh, there's this charm pack, Snuggly Sweater charm pack. That's lovely. You can do so much with a charm pack. Day two. This is beautifully put together. Oh, it's a pattern for the Snuggly Sweater wall hanging. So that's something that you can make out of those charm packs. So that is the pattern for the wall hanging. And there's some light fusible interfacing as well, which I presume is needed for that. And there's a snuggly Christmas sweater. That's lovely. Right, let's put those back there. And what's in number 3? Where's number 3 gone? What have I done with number 3? Oh, there it is. Sometimes I can't see for looking. see what's in number 3. Magic flathead pills. What's magic about them? Oh, it holds multiple fabric layers. They're heat resistant. That's what's magic about them. I have melted many pins whilst I've been quilting. That's a good idea to invent heat resistant ones. Day 4. This is a box. Let's have a look and see what's in here. These are plates. Plates with quilting patterns on. They're all quilt patterns. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. Okay, so in number 5. We've got some fabric twine trees. These are the forms, 3 different sizes, to do those Christmas trees. Oh, I love craft and doing different things. This is great fun. Number 6. And see what's in here. Bertie, you shouldn't be in here while I'm doing this. This is Jenny's Quilt Block Shortbread Cookies, and there's a recipe for cookies, and then this is your roller to cut out the cookie patterns. That's brilliant. That is really, really good. Love that. Let's just pop that straight back in there. I want to keep these all just right. So that was day 6. So what's in day 7? Solids. These are the solid charm packs that I expect goes with the wall hangings. Number 8. Oh my gosh, this is a big one. We have a heat reflective fleece for all your craft projects. Reflects heat back to the source. That's great. So you could do oven gloves, tea cozies. That's wonderful. And there is a pattern, and that means that this charm pack is actually for that pattern. And the last one for this week is number 10. Let's have a look and see what it is. Quilty playing cards, a set of 2 decks. Well, those are good over Christmas. It's lovely sitting down with the family and playing card games. Oh, that's really, really lovely. I love having everyday items that relates to needlework. And although I'm normally here talking about stitching, I do love quilting as well. All around my home there's quilts that I've made. That's lovely. What a wonderful, wonderful gift. Okay. The week ahead, I am giving a lot of time to polishing my presentation for the Sampler Symposium at the Attic Needleworks. That's my next trip. Looking forward to it very, very much. And when I'm being asked what I want for Christmas, I'm saying, can I have some money please that I can spend it at the attic? Because I know that when we go, Jean will have a wonderful array of linens for us and lots of goodies in the store. I'm going to take a much bigger suitcase than I need going out, so I've got room to bring goodies back. It's always great fun shopping at the Attic Needleworks. I'm very much looking forward to my trip. It's a special place to go, the Attic Needleworks. If you've not been, put it on the top of your bucket list. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. I remember the first time I went, and the tingle of excitement when you just stood outside the store and you open the door and there's a little ding from the bell, and it's just magical when you walk in. If you plan to go, you need to give yourself a couple of days, because when you walk in, there is so much there you can't take it in on your first trip. You can go, for 3 days running and you'll see something else, and there's just so much to absorb when you're there. I'm very much looking forward to the symposium. There's a wonderful itinerary for that weekend, and although I'm part of the faculty and Kathleen and I will be presenting all Saturday morning, both of us are very much looking forward to listening to the other presentations. Mary Cox will be teaching, and that's something that I'm very, very excited about. Mary is she's creative. I love all the projects that she puts together. I think they're very, very special, and I can't wait to attend those workshops that Mary is presenting. Okay. Right, I better put all of this back. I want to put it all back exactly as it was. And I'm going to work my way. I'm going to fit some of these projects in to do amongst my stitching. Thank you to the friend who sent this. It is amazingly generous and much, much appreciated. In the winter, when the weather's all dark and grey and miserable, and we have, the nights come in, the dark comes in so quickly, it's very easy to get a little bit down, and treats like this and this beautiful ornament and cards that have such beautiful words in, it really does lift one's spirits. Okay, until next week, stay safe, stay well. Bye-bye.